Hello, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back. As you can see by the title, I wanted to talk about this tariff, inflation, and how things are so expensive and it's not getting any better. I believe that we are in a recession, and this recession is going to get worse. So just like many other people who may have created a channel to warn or help or spread the news, that the most important thing that everyone needs to do for themselves if they live alone, or even if you have a family, is to stockpile. Take it serious. Because basically, if you think about it, we are on our own, okay? I did make a list of things that I wanted to share. I had to write them down so I won't forget. But it's so important now that, oh God, with the price of things that's in stores now, it's crazy. Okay, I'm back. My phone cut off. The storage was full, so I had to free up a little space, y'all. But anyway, back to the topic. I left off where I was saying that the prices in the stores is just ridiculously crazy. I was in Walmart the other day, and just to get a few things, and I went down the paper goods aisle with the tissue and the paper plates and all that stuff is at toilet tissue. And Charmin is my favorite. I love Charmin. But for a 12-pack of Charmin, it's $23. Like, I had to take a second look. Are they serious? Yes. So I use Angel Soft. That's the next one that I prefer. And for a 12-pack of that, it was almost $10. You know, I remember when you can get it for $5.99. Not no more. So, hey. But, this stockpiling and just getting the essential items that you need, because I do feel that before it gets better, it's going to get worse. Eggs are expensive. Everything is expensive. But I made a list of things so I wouldn't forget, y'all. I made a list of things that I wanted to share. And I know that there's a lot of other channels on here. I just wanted to add my 2 cents to the list, and for people to really please take this serious, especially if you're a senior, you live alone. If you can get a family member, or even if you can go yourself, you know, get the essential items that you need, stockpile. If you have like a closet in your apartment, especially if you are on a fixed income and you live alone, and you have a closet in your apartment that doesn't really have a lot of your personal items in it, you know, remove those items and rearrange them somewhere else, and use that closet, you know, with boxes or totes. I would prefer totes because you put a lid on it and stack them. But to store the things that you're gonna have to have. You can put products like paper good products in one tote, canned goods and rice and beans in another one, as long as you ziplock it or put it in an airtight container. But that's one way. This list that I made, these are things that we use on a daily basis, but sometimes we kind of forget or just don't think to buy them right away until we really need them. But on the other hand, it would be beneficial to already have them than need it. So, number 1, personal hygiene products, lotion, deodorant, soap, personal things that women use, personal things that men use. These are things that you can stock up on. And if you're trying to budget, I would say Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. You know, they got those things for a fraction of the cost. You know, just take about $40, $50 and stock up. Number 2, your medication, first aid kit and the supplies that you may need. Of course, there are some people who they have to take their meds. Talk with your doctor to see if you can get at least a 3-month supply. And you never know when you may need a first aid kit, so that would be good to have on hand. Electronics, number 3, electronics and batteries. Your electronics could be your laptop, desktop, iPad, batteries for whatever you may need it for, and flashlight. Those are important just in case the lights go off, okay? If you have a car, get all the mechanical work done on it as soon as possible, because you never know when you may need to leave your place, and your car could be something that's going to help you to get to where you need to go. I'm signed up with a program called SNAP, for those who don't know, and it's not for the food stamps. This is a program that helps you. You can get furniture, electronics on it. There's other things you can get. I can't think offhand. I think, electronics. But what it is, you find a company that partners with this program, and I'm going to use the car for instance. You take your car in, they check it out to see what's wrong, what needs to be fixed. They fix it, and SNAP pays them, and then SNAP gets with you and comes up with a monthly payment that you pay them back every month. It's a really good program. I've used them twice so far. So that's one way. Clothing and footwear. Whether you're living in an area where it's cold, you're going to need like boots, socks, thermal underwear, tennis shoes, long pants, whatever. Just make sure you have enough where you don't have to go out and buy anything. Your coats, your sweaters, your jackets, hats, whatever. Household cleaning products. Oh God, yes. You don't want to be in your home for 3 months to 6 months or even a year and not be able to use cleaning products, whether it's bleach, Pine-Sol, Lysol, cleanser, whatever you use or prefer. Fabuloso, I like that. But you need these things. Tools and hardware. So like a hammer, your nails, your drills, duct tape, screws, things like that. You never know. And these are little things that I don't want to say take for granted, but we really don't think about, all the time. So it's good to have them on hand. So if you need it, you could be like, oh yeah, I got a hammer. Let me go in here and get this hammer. But your shelf food, which is beans and rice, etc. I mentioned that, stockpiling it in a closet. And another thing about the stockpiling, if you live in a senior community, a high rise or whatever it may be, some of these high rises have storage areas on certain floors. Some are free, some you pay a small fee. And if it's big enough, store it in there. If you just don't have the room in your apartment, or if you ran out of room. Also, your power backup, which could be solar panels if you have a house. I mentioned a flashlight, backup generator. They do have small apartment size generators if you're in an apartment that you can get for $100 on Amazon. So that's something that would be good. Light bulbs, extension cords. These are things that you never know when you might need them, especially light bulbs. But if it comes to where the grid goes down and we don't have electricity, that backup generator can kick in, and candles, matches, candles. But when you light them candles, don't forget you lit them. Okay. So this is just a small list that I had put together, and I did mention when you're on a fixed income and you're trying to budget, Dollar Tree for really a lot of things in Dollar Tree. If you, the main thing that I did forget, water. They have gallon jugs of water at Dollar Tree for $1.25. You can stock up on 4 to 6, 10, however many you want for $1.25 each. So, you know, we're living in a time now where it should be that we look out for one another. Some of us do, some of us don't. But just like a previous video I had did when I mentioned about a chicken, a rotisserie chicken that I went to Walmart to get, and I didn't have enough to get it, but the cashier was so nice, she bought it for me. And I was not expecting that. I'm so grateful that she did that for me. So acts of kindness like that is something that we all need to do with one another. And especially in the coming times that's coming, yeah, it's not about who's better than who, it's about your heart. And you see that next person is trying to make it, and if you got it and you can spare it, help them, So I just wanted to come on and put my 2 cents in. I hope everybody takes heed not only to my video, but other videos as well with this tariff stuff that's happening. And stay prayed up. That's all I can say. Stay prayed up, ask God to keep us, ask God to be with us, and get us through this situation that's going on. Who knows how long it's going to last? Some people say a year or 2. We don't know. But however long it's going to last, we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared. I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you so, so much for tuning in to my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Look for more videos too. Okay. Bye.